Hi, welcome to OMAT. I'm glad you're here. I have a cast on my hand and arm, and it's because of a break somewhere near my wrist, but this cast is not the thing that is healing my arm. It's not what's healing the crack in the bone. That's going to heal. This cast keeps me from needing to be so mindful about where I put my arm. Basically, I need to not move it. And because that level of mindfulness is near impossible because I'm human, I'm wearing a cast. The cast makes me not make it worse. I can bump into something lightly. I can go to move and it won't allow me to. And what is it? It's a very simple ask. The doctor says, don't move your hand or arm. But as simple as that is, it's not easy. So I have a tool. The tool is the cast. Same thing for mindful exercises. Very, very simple. It almost sounds like we're in kindergarten sometimes, but it's simple, not easy, and that's why we use tools. My tool for practicing gratitude, for actually consciously doing it, gets me in line so that I don't have to use a lot of mental ability in order to keep that notice, to keep that awareness. I can be aware of the joy and the privilege that I have even when life is really mundane or really tough, and both of those can exist. I can take a pause a lot easier because of meditation, so I don't have to respond so quickly to heightened emotions. I practice 1 minute of breaking procrastination so that my default becomes finding and taking the right action without needing that push. So all of these exercises are simple, but they need tools. They need to be practiced on a daily, keeping them sharp. So let's do that. Let's get into our tools. And now, in order to be where we are, which is so interesting that that's a thing, we already are here. Our body's here. You could see me. You know where you are. But our minds can be somewhere else. So one of the exercises is getting your mind aligned to your body. And as I'm thinking of it, watch me slow down. Where am I? I can feel my feet on the ground. I can name 5 things in front of me in my mind. I don't even have to do it out loud. And then I start being aligned to this timeline. I'm not in the past trying to change it. I'm not in the future hoping to manipulate it for outcomes. I'm right here. And right here, we're going to get into our exercise of gratitude. This is a practice of noticing more than the default, the training that we had maybe growing up, or maybe life just hit us hard and we need to exercise looking at all of our possibilities. Let's look for what we can be grateful for just for now by trying it right now. Let's wrap for now. Have a sip of water. And it felt like maybe today is a little bit more difficult to find the list of gratitude. If you begrudgingly or with attitude said, fine, I guess if I had to be grateful, I would say this. That's great. You're still doing that mindful awareness. I am looking for it. I'm finding it. I'm allowing my mind to know this is where I want to align with. This is where I want to go with my mind. I have that choice, and meditation helps. I'm going to take the choice of my next thoughts for the next minute. Normally, I just allow the thoughts to just kind of roll around, come in, take over, do whatever they want. This is the practice of, oh, right, I can interrupt myself. Let's interrupt what you're thinking. Sit in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's take a sip of water. And this kind of practice, meditation, it helps me interrupt my thought. It helps me catch myself thinking. I caught myself worrying and interrupted that and said, is this doing anything for anybody, for me, for the person I'm worried about, even if it is me? And I can interrupt it long enough to ask and then to make a decision. Is there something else I could think about? Do I need to think about this now? And if it persists, let's write it down. Let's take it into this next exercise. Maybe you feel like you do have to think about that. If that is the feeling, write that down. Now, we don't have to write feelings. We could write absolutely any word. Let's write right now. Let's wrap for now. Even if we don't finish the sentence or thought, we take a sip and we move along. Let's get into our stretch. Now, if you can do part of the poses, all of the poses, your own pauses, let's elongate. We're going to do a sun salutation if we can, stand if you can, and start by inhaling your arms up. And if you can only raise one arm, raise one arm. Do whatever you can. Stretch whatever allows you to, nice and slow, and fold forward. We're going to hang over our feet. Our neck is nice and loose. We could shake it no or yes if we want. And when you're ready, halfway lift. That's a flat back, looking up, straighten the legs. And let's get into our high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back, and slowly lower all the way down. Then push your palms and your chest will come up, your head comes up, look up. Let's meet in down dog. Hips up, upside down V. Trying to get your heels close to the ground, or sometimes I like to bend one knee and then the other. If that feels good, go ahead. And then start walking forward towards your hands and rise up slow, meeting the palms above the head and exhaling them down to the center of the chest. And of course, we made the moves that we could for today, for now. Let's have some water. Feel the warmth of the body as we warmed it up, and now we can get it into that plank. We warmed up our body and mind. We know how to get physical. We get started. Let's get in that ready position. We're getting into plank pose in 3, 2, 1, up in plank right now. Remember, this is just for now. This isn't forever. Let's be in that pose. And that's 10 seconds already. And I know every moment is challenging. Let's practice meeting challenges. Practice finding the energy. You're 20 seconds in. And let's find out what kind of power is inside of you. Generate that strength and use it for 30 more seconds if you can. If you had to come down off your plank, take a deep breath. Don't let it be over. Come back up, because we have 20 seconds left, and each moment in this counts. You know it, you feel it. Let's meet that challenge. Continue to meet that challenge for 10 seconds. Find the strength to finish this exercise as strong as our body and mind will allow for today. For 3, 2, 1, and you're done. That's today's plank. That's what today's plank looks like. If you had to modify, if you had to do different physical therapy exercises, we got physical. Let's have some water. Let's move into breaking that procrastination. This is a practice of finding and doing an action without needing a push from someone else or from some external idea. Let's take action, proving to ourselves that we can. Let's find something to do right now. Let's wrap for now. Have some water. Have an understanding that that is what that minute looks like for today. That's what breaking procrastination looks like for now. And we keep going. We connect. If we just connected with the thought that it's pretty difficult for me to break procrastination, maybe we reach out to someone and let them know. Maybe they have ways that they got over some procrastination issues, and they can share that with us. And that's how we can connect. Let's look to see how we can connect. Wrap the thought for now. Leave it hanging if that's where you are. And let's finish with this final exercise. Put some energy into it. We're going right away. 3, 2, 1. Move your body. And the way this happens is we're practicing not waiting for that push. We are going to get started. So if you haven't started, it's not too late. We're 10 seconds in. And if you have started, check your energy. Do you have a little bit more? If not, do it at your pace for today. That's 20 seconds. But we're becoming aware of our body as we're moving it. We're becoming aware of our energy level for the day, for this exercise, for 30 more seconds. And let's see what we can do. When our mind and body works together, what does the exercise look like? What do you have left for 20 seconds? We finish almost as soon as we start. So let's see how much we can put into it when there's just 10 seconds left here. We're at the countdown. Finish as strong as your body will allow for today. And let's finish in 3, 2, 1. You're done. That's what these exercises, what the practice looks like for today. Thank you for practicing, OMAT.